things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Trojans will put toe to leather to crank us up. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Formation for these receivers. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The play action fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got a first down. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He sends two wideouts right, two to the left on 2nd and 9. Off play action. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Grab near the sticks. It's Prescorn. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 11.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The give to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Mack. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beat, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Mack. Quick strike complete. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Oh,
job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. It's a draw. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going right to work up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. He wants it all. Touchdown, Michigan. Fit it in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Wolverine. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out. It's Ross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking downfield very late in the half. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quick catch on third down. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Might be looking to run. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking to throw again. Got a man, it's Matthews. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop in the running back spot.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Caught near the sticks, it's Marsh. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Cleescorn. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm a little surprised by the coverage on that play. It's 3rd and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the 1st down. You've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Grabbed in the middle, and Stewart. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Winton.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Mack. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll leave it with him. Got a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Got it in the middle, it's Strachan. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the 4th quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game, and you're going to have to just start taking shots.
Complete to the left. Running free. Touchdown, Trojans. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And those are frustrating. I mean, you throw it to the open guy, you make the right decision, and the big fella, Mr. Reliable, the tight ends, right? Like your security blanket over the middle of the field, just can't come up with the football.
To the air, it's Underwood. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown USC! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Houston. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He breaks a tackle, and there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Here's a heat. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Punt is on its way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on 1st down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Finds a little space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Wants to throw. It's Mack. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw on 1st down. caught in the backfield. It's Swinton. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. A shot toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? When you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football. You're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.